ਸਾਨੂੰ ਤਾਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਮਾਪਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਬਾਲੀ ਚੋਇਸ ਨਹੀਂ ਦਿੱਤੀ they told us ਕਿ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਆਹ ਬਣਨਾ ਪੈਣਾ ਤੇ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਬਣਨਾ ਪੈਣਾ ਅਕਾਊਂਟੈਂਟ ਬਣਨਾ ਪੈਣਾ ਵਕੀਲ ਬਣਨਾ ਪੈਣਾ ਤਾਂ ਅੱਜ ਕੱਲ੍ਹ ਨਿਆਣਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਪੁੱਛਣ ਲੱਗ ਪਏ what do you want to be ਦੋ ਆਉਗੇ ਜੀ ਆਨਸਰ ਇੱਕ ਤਾਂ I want to be a singer or a rock star ਦੂਜਾ I want to be a sports person so ਅੱਜ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਪੋਰਟਸ ਪਰਸਨ ਨੂੰ ਹੀ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਏ ਹਾਂ on the show we've got a young man ਜੋ ਕਿ ਬਾਕਸਿੰਗ ਦੇ ਵਰਲਡ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਹੁਤ ਮਸ਼ਹੂਰ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਸੰਜੀਵ ਸਿੰਘ ਸਹੋਟਾ welcome to the show
Saran Sasika. Yeah, thank you for having me.
Sanjeev, first of all, tell us, what do you do? What do you do?
So at the moment, I'm a professional boxer.
Right.
Obviously do other things besides professional boxing.
Yeah.
I've had 11 fights as a professional and 11 victories as well.
So, ਤੁਸੀਂ 11 fights ਕੀਤੇ and you've won 11. ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ like with the professional ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ we like talking the type we did TV ਤੇ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਸੀ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ Mayweather ਹੋਣੀ and Tyson ਹੋਣੀ ਵਗੈਰਾ like that yeah
100% professional boxing.
Okay, professional boxer ਬਣਨ first of all tell us what made you want to be a boxer.
So I originally got into boxing when I moved to Spain. I've got a bit of a mixed background. I was obviously born here in the UK.
ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਜੰਮੇ ਪਲੇ
ਹਾਂਜੀ The mummy and daddy, they're from Punjab.
Yeah.
And then obviously at the age of 13 I moved to Spain.
13 ਸਾਲ ਸਪੇਨ ਚਲ ਗਏ ਸੀ
ਹਾਂਜੀ
okay
ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀ 13 ਸਾਲ ਤੇ ਬਾਕਸਿੰਗ ਉੱਤੇ ਸਪੇਨ
ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕੀਤੀ ਬਾਕਸਿੰਗ
ਹਾਂਜੀ
not in the UK
not in the UK
right okay
when I was
That's
in the
weird
UK
everyone starts in the UK
I was playing football and rugby and things like that and I was never good at football. I had 2 left feet. Always used to think I should be involved in football. Dad was also involved in a lot of the kabaddi.
Okay.
So I always used to be around on the kabaddi tournaments and things like that. So at the age of 13 I moved to Spain. And I got into boxing just simply because I found something I enjoyed and I got a passion for it and I started from there.
How can you enjoy it? It's all about getting hit in the face. How can someone enjoy it?
It's a discipline. When I got into boxing I started watching the program Contender.
Okay.
And that really it gave me a passion to see how the fighters train, how they dedicated themselves, how they build their confidence towards a fight.
This was a show just where normal people would come and fight for.
It was picked. Obviously, it was a selection of 10, I think 10 or 12 fighters. Picked. The show was held by Sylvester Stallone, as you know, Rocky. And they all challenge each other. They all prepare each other. They're all training together, and they're going through the diets, the discipline. And something really interested me and just I thought, oh, I'll give that a try. So I found out about one of my local neighbours in where I lived in Spain, went to a boxing gym, went to go and join him and that's when it all started.
Yeah, I mean, how was it in Spain? Because ज़्यादा तो boxing ਦਾ ਪਰ UK ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੈ, USA ਜਾਂ Mexico ਚ so Spain which it's not really a big thing out there.
No, it wasn't at the time. It's getting bigger till this day now.
Okay.
I think the sport of boxing has grown worldwide at the moment, really, because especially in the UK, it's hit right to the top now. At the time, it wasn't so big, but there are a lot of Spanish fighters that come through. You've got obviously European champions, you've got some world champions out there in Spain. They're like bullfighters. A lot of them similar to the Mexican fighters.
Yeah.
So they're very strong and very fit. So I started off from there.
Wow. And how long did you train then?
I say when I've started, I've never really stopped. I've always been active in throughout my life. I've always do some sort of sport. I've always ran. I've always gone to the gym. Always been involved in boxing. Either when I was doing amateur, always been that type of person who needs to keep busy.
When you started, you obviously didn't start to think, right, I'm going to become a professional boxer.
100% not.
Right, so you probably started to have a try and keep fit. And
one of my main goals was because I was quite chubby.
Yeah.
So you know,
we all are, mate.
Especially being involved with the Indian community, you get your roti, you get your meat, you get
diets
your
all wrong. Diets all wrong.
So I've learnt
Blame
so
it on
much.
the mums.
That's mum's fault. But so I thought one of my ultimate goals was just to get fit, lose a bit of weight, learn a bit of nutrition, build my confidence up as well, which boxing's given me a lot of confidence as well, and that was my first sort of goal. Then I got offered, believe it or not, at the time when I started boxing, because I started at the age of 14
Yeah.
and got into it. There weren't so many boxing fights at the time in Spain where I was based. There was kickboxing fights.
Okay.
So I thought, my one I was trainer said, why do you have a few kickboxing fights? Still use your fist. And I said, why not? I train it. It's just saying, I thought, why not? Let's give it a go. Started off with kickboxing. Then I got into boxing. And I was always into boxing, but I had my first boxing match. Trained for a fight, went well, won it. It was in a Madrid community tournament. I won it. I won a gold medal in it in the tournament. And just from there, I just thought, oh, I like this sport and keep giving it a go. At the same time, I was at school studying, then I got involved in the business side of things with my family. So one side I'm being a sportsman, and at the same time I'm working as well.
Okay. And then how many days did you used to train a week?
As an amateur, it was so long ago, I can't really say how many days. My life as
4 days, 5 days a week?
I think I normally used to always, because I like to be active.
So you was as much as you could?
As much as I could. I would even say I was training 7 days.
Right.
Now as a pro, when I will train 7 days regardless.
Okay.
I have to.
So you train 7 days now?
Always now, always.
Saturday then gym?
Saturday then gym. Mum says, rara karika then. But 7 days in the gym, just because it's in my blood now. Regardless, it keeps me on form.
Yeah.
I like to train, I like to run, I like to do different things in the gym. I like to do the weights as well. I like to keep active. I think it's a healthy lifestyle. It's a disciplined lifestyle. You wake up, you want to go to your gym, and then obviously when you get to fight, you've got fight preparation, completely different concept overall in preparation.
What sort of training do you do in the gym?
So
normally,
just generally.
What did you do?
Today I've done a bit of cardio. Okay. Normally I might have another session, but obviously I know I was here today with you guys. But when it comes to fight preparation, depends how long. It's normally a 6 to 7 week camp, if you want to call it. A lot of it will involve you do your long runs. It depends how far away you are from the fight. Obviously doing your strength and conditioning. Then you've got your nutrition. It's so important for a whole camp because you're making your weight, and a lot of sparring, and it's literally eat, sleep, train, boxing.
Wow! So it literally takes over your life.
It does, 100%. If you wanna, whatever you do in life, I'm a true believer in that. If it's boxing, if it's you want to study to be a lawyer, if
whatever, want to be a doctor.
If you're a doctor, even if you want to be a footballer, whatever, if you want to be an actor, you must try and push and dedicate yourself 100% and not leave no stone unturned, because I think it's very important for them to try and reach your goal. You might fail, but you win or you learn. You don't lose in life, and I think it's very important just to try your best and say, look, I've done my best and this is where I've reached to.
When you started boxing, so 14, 15.
Yep.
When you came back home and then you told your mum that I want to have a fight, what did your mum say? She must have bella tu menna
Mum's my best sparring partner anyway.
Yeah, she must be.
She's my sparring partner, I've got to say it. But my family have been very supportive overall throughout my journey. Without them, they're my advisors in terms of boxing life, and my family I'm truly blessed for the people I have around me, because they advise me, even my coaches and the team I have around me, and the list can go on. They advise me to do the right things. I'm involved with good, positive, powerful people in that sense, and they play a major part on my life as a professional boxing, as my life as an individual as well. No mother wants to see their child get hurt.
Yeah, I was going to say, it must be really hard for... And like her dill must go, every time you step into that ring, it must go like...
She never comes to my fights.
Never?
Never, no. Nah. I don't want her to come to me. So it's the fact that...
I think she'd be upset.
Yeah. My dad, my brother, my brother-in-law, they all come, all the men's side of the family come. But the ladies, I would stay at home, my sister and mum will stay at home. So it's nice, because you know I'm going to see my mum after anyway. But overall, they're supportive. Whatever they said, look, whatever you do in life is about choices. Nothing's wrong, nothing's right. We'll support you regardless. And I've got to say, I'm really blessed for the family I've got around me.
Didn't she say just stop now and just,
My mum says it all the time.
All the time, yeah?
All the time, from the first day I've had my over boxing match. But
she probably says, Baskar,
everything like that. So it's a typical routine, but they'll say, do you know what I mean? Especially in our Asian community. But I can't say too much because she's been supportive with me as well. So they've understood my lifestyle. I've showed that. I think over the time they realised that I've kept discipline. Boxing is it taught me a lot in life.
Yeah.
I've met some great people on the way as well, and people that I'll have for the rest of my life, and I treasure them for the rest of my life.
What was your dad's reaction?
My dad's always been involved in sports.
Yeah. Always.
Like I said, he started off with football. When he was young, he played for the local football team. Obviously, as you know, up there, Punjabi people, when they first come here, he was in a football team in Barking.
Yeah, they usually play for the local teams.
Local team. So, and it was difficult for them because they were the first Indians when they come to the UK. So it was very difficult for them. So he's always been involved, had passion for football, and then he was involved. He done so much in the till this day in kabaddi, right. Which at the age when I was growing up, when I was younger, I was always involved. And till this day, I've watched kabaddi. I'm a big fan of it. But Dad's always been supportive and always been involved in sports, and every sport is very similar in certain ways.
So he was quite supportive.
Yeah, 100%.
What about role models? So when you decided to go look at boxing, there's not a lot of Asian role models out there.
No, 100%.
I mean, it's only a few, like maybe Naseem Hamed, Prince Naseem Hamed, Amir Khan, but like for other Asian, I can't think of any Asian role models out there. I mean, if we look at boxing, so when I was growing up, I used to watch a lot of boxing. So I used to like Thomas Hearns, Marvin Hagler, Sugar Ray Leonard, and then Chavez. I used to watch a lot of these guys.
100%.
Tyson.
The big names of boxing.
Yeah. So, even Lennox Lewis. So we'd watch a lot of this sort of stuff, and we'd watch a lot of it, but there wasn't an Asian. No. So I'd always think, right, up in the shadow, like from India, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Pakistan, there's not really a boxer here, even from Asia. You wouldn't hardly see any Japanese or Chinese boxers.
It's true.
So I was thinking, why isn't there? So who would you look up to then?
I'll be honest, every fighter has paid their way for the future fighters to come through even bigger. If it weren't for the fighters like I said, Lennox Lewis and Mike Tyson and even the likes of current retired like Floyd Mayweather, they've made boxing onto that next level.
Yeah.
I looked up to so many different fighters. Like if you say in the Asian community as well, Manny Pacquiao. Yeah. He's done so much for the Philippines.
Yeah, amazing.
He's a great role model overall. I think as a role model, Manny Pacquiao will definitely be one of my top fighters that I've always looked up to.
Literally the most famous person in his country.
He come from nothing. And he showed that from coming from nothing, look where he is now.
Yeah, amazing.
He's a great role model to follow in life and footsteps to follow whatever you do in life. Is always give back. And I think one of my ultimate goals is, I always knew this from the beginning of my journey, is I'd rather be a people's champion than a world champion. In the end of the day, whatever, that's one, every fighter will say, I want to be a world champion. Especially involved in sports or boxing, I don't know what they were doing. But one of the things I've always wanted to do is maybe inspire 1% or 2% of anyone. At the end of the day, it's bringing all the nations together. And especially if I can help it, obviously our Punjabi community as well, help people who might be interested to get into boxing, help them and maybe try and guide them on certain paths, and if they need advice, I can maybe say, look, I've done it this way, this could help you, or things like that. So
now, you actually fought in India?
Yes.
Didn't you? So you Delhi gaya siga?
Delhi.
And Delhi jaake in front of a big crowd, 14,000 bande si.
Yep.
So in front of that, and you actually fought on the same card as Vijinder Singh fought.
That's right. It was an amazing experience.
Yeah. Describe really that. How did it feel?
So,
and how was it different? I mean, was you fighting someone from India?
That's the thing. Believe it or not, I was a B side, if you want to call it, because obviously I was.
You were the anti-hero.
At the time, I was fighting for. I was representing the UK.
Yeah.
When I fight, I always have the 3 flags on my back. For example, I have obviously India, heritage. UK I was born. Yeah. It's done so much for me. Spain.
Where you grew up.
Where I grew up as well as a teen. Each country has been involved in my life, so it'd be wrong to just say I'm from here or from here. I think bringing all the nations together is very important, and in life, I think it's about bringing the people together as well is very important. So one of the things I've done is when I went out to India with my team. It was my first time for the coach as well. Lenny Butcher, he's my coach.
How many of you went out there?
So at the time, I think in terms of coaches, there was 2, and my family, my brother, my brother-in-law, close family friends like Jazz Benny. And we had a lot of people, and to be honest, we got a lot of support in India as well. My dad knows a few people there, and they all come to watch me and come support me. So let's say from the UK, about 10 of us.
Okay.
Flew out there as a team, and then obviously people, and we got people I even met people along the journey as well. So I went out there with my team. Obviously my trainers have never been to India. I've been there before, just for different reasons. I actually went there for kabaddi with my dad. I went there for other reasons to go and see family. My uncle's been married there, etc., etc. So I had experience what India's like, what Delhi traffic's like, what Delhi's food's like.
That's in the M25.
So it was a great experience overall, just because that's one thing I'll cherish for the rest of my life. And then the build up, we flew out there the week before. I literally lived in the hotel because I didn't want to go out, no disrespect, I didn't want to get any pollution or because when you're boxing at that top level, you need to think like a pro and athlete. You want to train each day, and you're making sure you're getting the right food in. A lot of
it's a science. It's a
science. There's so much people don't know. It's not all about just getting in the ring and fighting. There's so much behind it. It's about your nutrition. It's about your fitness. It's about your rest. It's about, especially that week of fight week, you got to be mentally focused there. 90% of the battle's being mentally strong. So my team done a great job with me as well. I remember walking out, there's 14,000 people there, big screen Star Sports TV. Obviously, it was on Box Nation TV here in the UK as well. I was thinking, what am I doing here? A boy from Spain, that chubby boy, what am I doing here?
In front of 14,000 people.
So, and then you got all the Bollywood stars, you got Neha Dupia there, you got Rahul Gandhi was there as well, and you got all the cricket players. It was an amazing experience overall, and that's something I'll cherish for the rest of my life. And I'm sure my team will, and even my coach, it's one of his best experiences.
Does India have professional fighters?
They do.
They do, yeah?
The thing is,
you never see them fight
outside
of India?
That's the thing. I think it's very important as a professional boxer, which I've been on different stages now. I've boxed obviously in Spain as an amateur. I've been in the UK. I boxed in India. Who knows what the future can hold? Only God can predict that. And obviously myself, I'll give 100% whatever I do in life. But yeah, it's very important, I think, and it would be nice if more fighters can get out there globally.
Why do you think they don't do that?
I just think they don't have the
confidence.
I think
or the right promotion team.
I think they just need the pushing, the right direction, right management, and I think there's loads of fighters out there. I'm sure they're talented and they're very, especially our Asian community, we're very disciplined, and whatever we say we want to do, we'll do. Do you know what I mean? It's in our blood.
It just seems that, like, apart from our favourite sports such as cricket and hockey, right, and we don't really seem to be pushing ourselves, Asians, in sort of other sports. Okay, squash, we had quite a few champions in there. But, okay, so...
Even football.
Yeah, so if you look at football, look at rugby, look at American football, you look at basketball, baseball, right? So you look at all the American sports, and then you look at all the the normal sports. You don't really see Asians out there as much as we should be. I mean, so there should be decent professional Asian boxers out there,
100%.
Right? And there should be, like, footballers as well. It shouldn't take 40, 50 years or 3 generations for us to produce this, because it hasn't taken the others that.
No, that's what. At the end of the day, it's all about the next generation, and something that I really would like to impact on is help maybe try and set them on a better future if they're on that pathway of being a professional fighter, and maybe try and guide them in things that I've learned along my journey. And my journey still to continue, but and it's not all about just me. It's about getting the other people involved in it. It's teamwork. Teamwork make dream work.
On बहुत न्याणे are. I see loads of kids out and about, right? And they're always going to some sort of classes, or parents always tell me, you know, or boxing class gaya, Muay Thai gaya, or daddy, you know, what is it, no, jiu-jitsu gaya, yeah, and look, we're sitting there, right? And so there are a lot of parents now pushing their kids into these sports, but a lot of it is for need, a lot of self-defense or yugi, but it's just making that jump, I suppose.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, it's fear. Their fear is maybe give it a try, maybe as a professional. What's going to happen?
Do you reckon it's the parents' fault in a way? Do you reckon we're too mollycoddly of our kids, like, and we're too like, no, before they've even had a try, or if they come home with a little scratch, playing football and they must say that to you all the time, right? And then you're thinking, right, well, hold on, it's hard enough going in there trying to beat someone up anyway in the ring. On top of that, you've got mum and dad telling me all of this. Surely that just all, you just think, Chad, it's not worth the hassle I'm going to get at home.
It's so true, though. It's very true. It's true. What can I say? I think my parents have been very supportive. At the end of the day, if it weren't for my parents, I wouldn't be where I am today as well. So it is important to obviously guide your children on the right direction in life. Yeah. And boxing is a dangerous sport at the end of the day. It is a very dangerous sport.
It is dangerous, right?
And we all know that, but crossing the road is dangerous as well.
Yeah.
So
anything's dangerous.
Anything's dangerous in life. And maybe
people do bungee jumps. That's dangerous. Skydiving, I think, for charity, that's dangerous.
Boxing, especially in obviously the UK, is very controlled. You've got the British Boxing Board control, which they won't allow any like mess ups on the way. You would have to do proper tests. Likewise, which I'm going through a little thing like that myself. They want to make sure you're 100% fit and there.
Yeah, because they don't want any mishaps.
They don't want any injuries, and it's very protected. So in that sense, you're with top referees. You're with top British boxing. If you're obviously a boxing professional, it's always run by the British Boxing Board of Control. Right. And that's it, and it's obviously been guided the right way. So
we're going to go on a break.
Okay.
And then after a break, we're going to talk more about your fights. We're going to talk more about prospects from here that you've seen, and we're going to talk about what the future holds for you. Brilliant. And we're going to talk a bit more about your amateur life when you're fighting amateur. But ਇਹ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ break ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ.
Tired of always running out of data? Don't worry, we've got you covered. With Leica Mobile's UK Plan Ultra, you get a phone-busting 15 gigabytes of data, unlimited UK minutes and texts, and 100 international minutes for just £12 for 30 days. That's a limited-time offer of over 50% off when bought online with a new SIM order. That's big data and big value. Visit leicamobile.co.uk today to see the full offer. Terms and conditions apply.
मिले हो तुम हमको बड़े नसीबों से चुराया है मैंने किस्मत की लकीरों से ओ लड़का आंख मारे मैनू काला चश्मा जचदा है गोरे मुखड़े ते खुशी गम शुभ अशुभ वक्त और हालात के साथ बदलते ही रहते हैं। आप देखिए आपकी अपनी किस्मत का हाल किस्मत कर्मा के साथ आपके अपने चैनल MATV पर।
मैं ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਹਰਜਾਪ ਤੇ ਹਰੇਕ ਮੰਡੇ 7 ਵਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਆਪਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਸਾਡੀ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਦੀਆਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਬਾਹਰ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ NRIਆਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਦੇਸ਼ ਦੀਆਂ ਤੇ ਜੋ ਅੱਜ ਕੱਲ ਦੇ ਇਸ਼ੂ ਹੈਗੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਅਫੈਕਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਸੋ ਲੈਟਸ ਟਾਕ ਵਿਦ ਹਰਜਾਪ
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।
ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਦੱਸਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾ ਮੀਰੀ ਪੀਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਅਸੀਂ सोमवार 9:15 ਤੋਂ 10:15 ਔਰ ਸ਼ੁੱਕਰਵਾਰ 8:30 ਤੋਂ 9:30 ਅਸੀਂ ਪੰਥ ਦੇ ਭਲੇ ਲਈ, ਪੰਥ ਦੀ ਚੜ੍ਹਦੀ ਕਲਾ ਲਈ ਅਸੀਂ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਉਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਵੱਧ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਧ ਸਹਿਯੋਗ ਕਰਨ। MATV ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਹੀ ਪੰਥ ਦੀ ਚੜ੍ਹਦੀ ਕਲਾ ਲਈ ਤਤਪਰ ਰਹਿੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਔਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਸਾਡਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਆ ਉਹ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਸੱਚ 'ਤੇ ਆਧਾਰਿਤ ਹੈ, ਸੱਚ ਦੀ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਬਣਦਾ ਹੈ ਔਰ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਸੱਚ ਦੀ ਆਵਾਜ਼ 'ਤੇ ਪਹਿਰਾ ਦੇਣਾ ਕੋਈ ਸੌਖੀ ਗੱਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ। ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਦਾ ਸਾਥ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੈ, ਅਸੀਂ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਹਾਂ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।
Hi, this is Chef Dipner from the brilliant in Southall. Our newly refurbished banqueting suite is now open. With a private car park and a tailor-made menu devised by me, we cater to your every requirement. The suite accommodates up to 180 guests, so whether it's a shagun, chunni, pre-wedding get-together, celebration or corporate event, we have packages to suit all. Voted as Ramsay's best restaurant, we endeavour to bring you a dining experience nothing less than brilliant. So come, be part of my brilliant family.
ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਜੀ ਐਂਡ ਵੈਲਕਮ ਟੂ ਦ ਸ਼ੋ। ਗੱਲ ਸਾਡੀ ਹੋ ਰਹੀ ਆ ਬਾਕਸਰ ਸੰਜੀਵ ਸੋਹਤਾ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ, ਜੋ ਕਿ ਪ੍ਰੋਫੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਬਾਕਸਰ ਆ। 11 ਫਾਈਟਾਂ ਲੜ ਚੁੱਕੇ ਹਨ, ਵਨ ਆਲ ਆਫ them। ਐਂਡ ਆਪਣੇ ਉਹ ਦੱਸ ਰਹੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਇੱਥੇ ਜੰਪ ਪੜ ਕੇ ਸਪੇਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਟ੍ਰੇਨਿੰਗ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ। ਸਾਡੀ ਫੈਮਿਲੀ ਹੁਣ ਸਪੇਨ ਰਹਿੰਦੀ ਆ ਅਤੇ ਹੁਣ ਇੱਥੇ ਵਾਪਸ ਆ ਕੇ ਹੀ ਇਜ਼ ਫੋ ਐਂਡ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਫਾਈਟ ਕੀਤਾ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ। ਐਂਡ ਸੰਜੀਵ ਵੀ ਜਸਟ ਟਾਕਿੰਗ ਅਬਾਊਟ ਦ ਟ੍ਰੇਨਿੰਗ ਰੈਜੀਮ now. All the boxers I've seen pretty much ਸਾਰੇ ਫਿੱਟ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ and before a fight ਚੰਗਾ ਭਾਰ ਘਟਾ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਆ or they have to ਵਧਾਏ। What sort of stuff do you eat? Tell us about your diet. ਤੂੰ ਆਪਣੀ ਖੁਰਾਕ ਬਾਰੇ ਦੱਸ ਕੇ what do you eat?
So it's a mixture of like a keto diet. So
right.
Keto diet is you haven't got like high carb intake.
Okay.
You'll be having carbs and the correct carbs just before maybe some certain sessions when it's needed. So my overall diet, I'll give you an example of a daily routine. Maybe I'll start off my day with a bit of oat porridge.
Okay.
Mixed with flaxseed, dalia.
Yeah.
I mix it with water, but
Barney,
but always go for full fat milk.
Full fat milk, not skimmed or semi-skimmed.
Not skimmed. Full fat is good.
Yeah. It's good.
Because believe it or not, if you look at labels, semi-skimmed will probably have higher sugar intake than full fat, and it's natural fat. So the way to balance an overall look at a diet is just to start off with is try and stick to natural products.
Okay.
Try not to go by branding like where it says no fat, but they say on the label no fat, but they're
so no diet products basically. Yeah.
So just think a bit like go natural, full fat milk, oats, vegetables, a lot of fibre is very important. Fruit and veg is very important in your daily diets.
So you have your dalia in the morning.
So I have my dalia. I train normally in the AM when I'm training.
Yeah.
Before on empty stomach, I'll start off with a black coffee. Then I have my dalia when I come back. Then maybe lunch will be maybe an omelette with veg with greens.
Okay.
Only, for example, a bit of rice, depends what session's the next session. If it's like a strength and conditioning session, you want to get full explosive work, add a bit of carbs, and there'll be good carbs. It won't be roti.
Okay, so roti khanda nahi?
Roti the khana nahi.
Really?
Really.
No roti?
I'm sorry to say, but no roti.
Atta?
Atta the shadlo.
No way, no atta?
No, I'm afraid not, especially in the boxing diet.
No, really?
Atta, I'm sorry, atta is a no-no
so
for me. Jol, stick to brown rice. And
brown rice khana?
Brown rice.
Chittini?
It's you can have white.
Yeah. But brown is better?
It's better. It's a better brown. It's a lot better nutritional wise anyway. So, and it's all about calories and portion size at the end of the day. So, you ain't gonna be patilla full of rice at the end of the day.
Yeah, you can 4 patille chawal khane. Ya fir tusi 25 ਅੰਡਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਆਮਲੇਟ ਬਣਾ ਲਓ, ਹੈ ਨਾ?
ਹਿਸਾਬ
ਨਾਲ ਖਾਣਾ ਪੈਣਾ ਹੈ।
ਹਿਸਾਬ ਨਾਲ ਖਾਣਾ ਪੈਣਾ ਤੇ either you're cooking food, like when you're cooking food, you have to use the right oil. You don't want to use sunflower oil. You want to try and stick to maybe coconut oil, olive oil.
That's the oil you use, coconut or olive oil?
Coconut oil. Stick to the good fats.
Okay.
So a lot of sunflowers oil's not the best. So try and stick to good fats.
Olive oil,
coconut oil. Just a rough little guidance. So I would have that and have my meal, and then maybe a snack in between. I feel badam.
Yeah.
So badam is a very good thing.
Badam and nuts and
dried fruits, not salted. Loon ta pauna nahi.
लून में नहीं खाता तू?
Loon mein nahi khana.
Why?
Because it's sodium, a lot of sodium, especially when you're making weight as a boxer.
Sodium चंगी नहीं?
Not as a boxer, not too much sodium. And if you're going to have sodium, you're going to have the right sodium. Maybe have electrolytes, which you want to soak up the minerals. When you sweat a lot, you lose a lot of sodium in your body. So it's important to put the minerals back in. I have vitamin C's in the morning as well, multivitamin, cod liver oil tablets, all guided by my nutritionist as well. Is very important. Who's been my mentor as pro nutritionist, he taught me just in boxing as well,
right.
and just generally about nutrition, life to life basis. Stick to fruits, and dinner will be probably won't be no carbs for dinner. I never really had no carbs. You'll never be there. It'll probably be some sort of protein based chicken, fish on the grill
with some vegetables,
vegetable and salad, and that is it. And it's very important to drink 3 to 4 litres of water minimum a day. Don't get...
कितने लीटर? 4?
10 to 4 litre minimum.
पानी
to be nice.
Right, that's very important.
Always drink 3 to 4 litres of pani throughout the day. It's very important, guys. I think just generally...
Why should you drink that much water?
Your body needs it.
Right.
Your body needs it. It's important for your cells. Water is so important. No water is no life in the world, so water is very important in general.
Wow. So and is that pretty much so? What about the normal stuff like chips, onion rings, and all of that, and burgers?
Chips, onion ring,
burgers in a bun, hot dogs. None of that, no.
I'm afraid not.
How about all the processed foods like fish fingers?
Processed foods terrible.
Really?
Really don't want to try and stick to natural foods. And if you're going to have a bad food or like a cheat meal, it's not a bad thing. Right. But it's all measured in proportion. If you're going to try and keep 80% clean, 20% bad.
Right.
Obviously, you guys out there are not going to be training to be athletes, but generally, a lot of us Asian communities do suffer like through heart attacks and diabetes, and maybe because the intake of sugar,
Our sugar is too high.
Too high.
Yeah.
Our people eat too many samosas sometimes.
Yeah.
That's the problem. And they are brought here, so. We just have, it's very important nutrition, because at the end of the day, what we do will be for the future generation, for your future kids, and you've got to advise them right as well.
So तू रोटी परोठे वगैरह ये तो कोई तू हाथ नहीं लाता ना? Chips?
Chips, no.
No.
Could do sweet potato chips in the oven cooked if you want.
Okay, do it like fizzy drinks?
Fizzy, no, I've never really been a fan of it myself.
No?
I really haven't, fizzy drinks, but try not to think when you say like a fizzy drink, no sugar, or it's high in sodium, and it's not the best. So
fizzy drink का sodium तो बहुत है.
बहुत ज़्यादा. Even like the juices, where it's pure orange juice.
ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ sugar बहुत है.
Yeah, in the cartons. Try and go to natural juices, and that's it.
Sounds quite boring.
Yeah, I'm afraid it is.
Huh?
Diet is a bit boring.
So like at weddings and all that, you must be like, oh my god, man. So all the course, सारा कुछ खा ही नहीं सकता तू.
मैं तो खाना नहीं.
Right, really?
So mum was खा लेता कुछ.
But you have to be disciplined.
You have to be, and yet I've learned to live like that. And the truth is,
are you happy living?
I'm happy. And, I do enjoy it because it's a feel good factor. At the end of the day, if I ate a bit of bad food, it feels a bit. You feel a bit sluggish, feel a bit fatigued in the day. Food is a major impact. At the end of the day, it's your fuel in your body. So what you eat is how you might feel. So if you're eating good foods or giving you good vitamins, you're going to feel more active in the day. That's why it's very important. I'm not even talking as an athlete here now. What your intake is very important. Just generally, how you're going to be. Your health. You got to always look after your health at the end of the day in life.
देखो खुराक बड़ी इंपॉर्टेंट चीज़ है जे तुसी वधिया खुराक खाओगे और वधिया ਦਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਿ ਜੋ ਘੇ ਨਾ ਭਰੀ ਹੋਵੇ ਸ਼ੂਗਰ ਨਾ ਭਰੀ ਹੋਵੇ ਉਹ ਵਧੀਆ ਖੁਰਾਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਖੁਰਾਕ ਦਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਕਲੀਨ ਖੁਰਾਕ ਮਤਲਬ ਜੋ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਸਿਹਤ ਲਈ ਚੰਗੀ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਐਕਟਿਵ ਫੀਲ ਕਰੋਗੇ ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬੈਡ ਖੁਰਾਕ ਖਾਣੀ ਆ ਜਿਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਫੈਟਸ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਹੈ ਜੋ ਕਾਰਬਸ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਹੈ ਸ਼ੂਗਰ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਫਿਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸੁਸਤ ਹੋ ਜਾਣਾ and then you won't feel like doing anything and then you're just going to end up putting on weight. I mean, it's really important to be disciplined. So because a lot of people sit at home and I do it, I start a diet, I'm really good for about 2 or 3 days and then I think yeah any hona shall put it and like this is not going to happen and then slowly you come back to where you were at the start.
It's true
like, and you know you could do like and then you just think what was the point of it and just yo-yo. You're just going up and down, up and down.
It's a lot of it. People will need to understand is insulin levels. So when your insulin levels are so high, you feel good, and when they drop, you got to drop it right and keep them low. So when your insulin levels are low, is when you're gonna crave for sweet or sugar. But if you start off with just start off with little changes. For example, let's cut out the fizzy and pop drinks. Yeah. Let's just stick to maybe water, tea. Yeah. If you're gonna have tea, just not add the sugar in there. Yeah. I tell my mum, for example, look, have your tea in the morning because especially up in Punjabi, they like their tea in the morning. So just take the sugar out. Let's just start slowly. At the end of the day, it's a marathon. It's not a race. Start off slowly. Do what you do by little steps, or make big steps in life.
I did that. I used to love my Indian tea, and I used to love.
I'm a big fan of it.
Yeah, and I used to have loads of it, and like with the sugar and everything. And then one day I just said, right, bina sugar to pini hai. Yeah. And so, you taste it and you think, horrible. But then slowly used to it. And now I will never have sugar in my tea.
I'll be honest with you, you'll get used to it. Like, for me, people say to me, do you not get bored, like you said before? I've learned to eat like that now. I've learned, at the end of the day, if you didn't have ice cream in the world, you wouldn't know what it is. So if you learn, teach your body mentally that you can live without it, you will live without it.
You don't have ice cream or nothing like that? Sweets, crisps?
In Spain, no, I'm not a fan of crisps. I like my chocolate. I'm not going to lie. I like my chocolate.
Okay.
I'm a big fan of chocolate.
But not like us. It's the candies, 4-5 crunchy. Not like that, no?
I like my chocolate.
You don't have it once a month or something?
I do have a bit of both. Even dark chocolate, 85% cacao, is good chocolate. So chocolate is not a bad thing either. But overall, whatever it is, it's a calorie intake in portion size.
Okay.
It doesn't mean I like my chocolate that you have a bar of chocolate every day and I go through about 10 bars a day. Yeah. Example. It's all portion size and mixing up your food. Like you can eat good and you mix your food, enjoy your food. Be creative with your food. Yeah. So people maybe be a bit lazy in the end of the day and just say, oh, I'll just grab a takeaway now because it's late, it's early or whatever. Just get a takeaway now. And I think that takeaway is making a big impact in your life, and I think it's very important out there to be advised, not just generally in sports or whatever, just to have a better, healthier lifestyle in life.
Do you eat a lot of takeaways or not?
I don't.
Doesn't look like it.
No, I don't. I'll be honest, I don't. No. I'm not.
You're not
I like Nando's. I like Nando's.
So when you go to a restaurant, what do you order? What do you eat then?
You can look at the menu. You can
order salads.
Yeah, you can look at the. I try and look at the grilled food more. I like grilled food. I'll be honest with you, I don't really go out a lot, especially when you're boxing. My last fight, it's been 3 years on the 30th of April, so it'll be 3 years tomorrow.
Wow.
As a professional. I've been back to back on fights normally, so I've not really, my full focus has been on boxing. So I've not really, when I say I won't go out and have meals all the time. We do go out and I will have a family meal. I won't go to somewhere I won't be able to choose off the menu. I was at a restaurant the other day with friends and family, and we looked at where the options were, and I said, we'll just go in this option, I can have a bit of meat. And I'll be honest, it was a meat place with a bit of salad and veg, and that's what I've done. Mm-hmm. I enjoyed it.
Right, so what about if kids are watching this programme and they think, right, ऐसे हम बॉक्सर बनना है.
Okay.
Right? They're telling their mum and dads कि dad ऐसी तो बॉक्सर बनना है या mum ऐसी बॉक्सर बनना है. What advice would you give the kid and what advice would you give the parents?
I'd give the kid and the parents the same advice really. If you want to start training, go to your local gyms wherever you're based. For example, I trained when I'm here in the UK. I trained at Harold Hill 5-star, which obviously Lenny Butchers and other coaches are running that gym, which is open to amateurs as well, and Yeah, got professional. And in the days, it's been going to a gym where there's good guidance there as well is important. Speak to your parents about it and say, look, I'm interested. Maybe take your first day your parents so they can have a quick look around and just make sure their child is safe wherever they're going. And just start off to enjoy sport. Whatever you do in life, I think you must enjoy it. It's very important. Because if you don't enjoy something, you're not going to perform.
Right.
If it's boxing, football, basketball, you name it. Find a passion in something. Give it a try. Why not? What's the worst can happen? Yeah. And if anyone wants to contact me for any information, feel free to contact me on my social media, Sanjeev Singh Sahota, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I'm happy to support, happy to help and advise. Anything I can do for you guys, just reach out to me.
What about if I'm a parent?
Yep.
Right, my kid's saying, "My boxer banna," right?
Yep.
I'm thinking, right, shall I let him do it? Shall I not let him do it? Then what would you say?
So I would say to the parents, at the end of the day,
because I'm worried.
You can look at it from different aspects, really. Your child's going to go and train for a sport. Yeah. He's going to be living a healthy lifestyle because boxing requires that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And at the end of the day, in the boxing world, in a boxing gym, you get found out. You can't be a bully in the gym, right? Because outside, a lot of children might suffer bullying and things like that. Yeah. So in the gym, and believe it or not, you might meet the most nicest people in the gym, especially in boxing gym, because the people are humble. They've worked hard, and you all, don't get me wrong, you get good and bad and everything. But 8% of my journey, I met some great people, and everyone's been very humble outside the ring. At the end of the day, they do what they have to do in the ring as a fight, when they're actually going to compete. Because at the end of the day, the best man wants to win. But when you're training, you meet some great people, and you're going to make friends, and you make your child more confident. So don't feel scared to send your child to the gym, because at the end of the day, he's going to be disciplined, he's going to live a healthy lifestyle, he's going to be training, and you can't be, especially in the boxing game, you can't be having late nights. You're not going to be rude, he's going to educate you as well, generally in life, and I think it's very important.
Keeps kids off the streets as well.
100%. Right? There's a lot of, obviously, as you know, in the UK, there's a lot of knife crime going.
Yeah, there's a big campaign going on.
Big campaign going on, and it's true. There's
put your knife down, put your gloves on.
Yeah, put your gloves on. It's not always about putting gloves on. You put your football boots on, whatever. Yeah. But put the knives down. That's the main goal. What they want to try and achieve. Put your knives down and try something else. If you do choose boxing, put your gloves on. Give it a try. Why not? I think it's very important out there. And at least you're taking your child away from certain other things in life, which could be a possibility they do, or might be. And at the end of the day, you always, even if you train and do boxing, doesn't mean you can't do other things. Doesn't mean you can't study. Doesn't mean you can't study to be a lawyer. Doesn't mean you can't study to be a doctor. Yeah. I box. I've had family business. We have got family wholesale business in cash and carries in Spain, and we've been in a restaurant. I'm always involved in that. I'm involved in that to this day. If it weren't for my family, I'm very lucky that I have that. Yeah. So what I'm trying to say to the little parents out there, doesn't mean if they do boxing and they forget the rest of their life.
Yeah, they're not going to do anything else.
No, but life's full of opportunities. Yeah. Take them while you can, and try and do as many things as you can. Because life, you can do so many things.
Is it important to have a plan B and backup?
I think 100%, regardless if it's boxing, football.
In life generally?
In life generally, you always have to have a plan B, which I am very blessed. Like I said, my family are based in Spain. We're in a wholesale, in cash and carry. A lot of our communities our customers are Asian. We've been in restaurant trade as well. So we've got obviously the cash and carry Hindustani foods. So it's very important. I'm always involved in that. And that's something I always do. At the same time, I'm always going to be involved in the sport of boxing. In or outside the ring, I'm always going to be involved in it. Because it's in my blood now. Right. At the end of the day, and like I said, if I could help others on their journeys in pathways in any types of sports, I will, and that's my ultimate goal.
How disciplined are you?
In what?
In everything that you do.
I think.
What has boxing taught you?
Boxing taught me a lot.
What?
A lot. Discipline. Discipline. 100%. Discipline in whatever you do. You have to, especially in boxing, you have to give 100%. You can't cut corners. If you can't cut corners in your diet, you can't cut corners in your training, you can't cut corners. You can't say
no cheating.
You can't, because at the end of the day, if you cheat, you get found out in the ring. Touch wood, I've been good. It's been good so far. I won't cut corners because I'm that type of person in my blood. I don't like to cut corners out. I think that what has taught me in boxing has taught me for life. Same in business, same in education. You can't cut corners. If you're going to do something, you have to do it all the way. And there's something, a message I think to all kids out there, if you are watching, any parents to support their children, don't let them cut corners. Try and push them to go all the way, whatever they want to do, whatever dreams they want to achieve. And that's it. That's the only way they'll know the truth.
On your journey through your fights and through your amateur days and all that, how have you changed now to what you were when you were like 15, 16? Is it a big change?
Yeah, 100%. You could look at pictures of when I was that age. I was obviously, I've learned through boxing is the weight wise. I've become more confident. I've been back and forth to the UK and Spain, and I've made a mark in the sport already at so early in my career. Especially on the Asian community, and I feel blessed. I get a lot of support, and a lot of people don't get the credit they should get. Like then the lights are on me, the cameras on me today, but there's a lot of people behind that who've helped me to get to where I am till today, and without them I couldn't have done it.
You go to a lot of gyms around the country, and like you do a lot of PR stuff as well, and 100%. You see a lot of talks to motivate.
Yeah, 100%.
Of our community out there that you've seen, what do you think? Do you think there are up and coming fighters?
Yeah,
out there?
100%.
Do you think that Asians can produce a world champion?
100%. 100%.
And, do you see that the same drive? And has the parents' mindset changed now?
I think so over the time. They've seen through other fighters and other athletes in the world. I think at the end of the day, if us parents or whoever who are looking over their children, it's very important to have belief in it. Because if we don't believe in the future, who will believe it? And them children out there need that belief, need that push. Believe in it, I was at Easter Sunday. I went down to the Barking Godwara. They do boxing classes there, and you see all the young kids training there. And on their Sunday, Easter Sunday, they're training there. There's so many kids out there. I think and getting pushed. There are so many young upcoming fighters and everything. You've got a lot of get involved in the MMA stuff, wrestling stuff.
Yeah, there's loads in the MMA stuff.
It's all good. All that contact sport, whatever it is, it's evolving, especially in the Asian community. And I want to help. I want to try and advise if I can in any way, or help out any people out there. Try and help them in their journeys as well. That's one of my ultimate goals.
I think बहुत important है देखो ये कि बच्चे जो हैगे इन्हां दे सुपने हैगे और एक किस्म दा फर्ज भी साडा बनदा कि इन्हां दे सुपने पूरे करिए क्योंकि जे इन्हां दे सुपने नहीं पूरे कीते तो फिर ना ये हैप्पी होने ना असीं हैप्पी होने सुपना रियलिस्टिक होना चाहिए एंड नाल दी नाल ये भी दसो कि जी कल्ले सुपनिਆਂ ਨੂੰ ना चेस करो जिद्दां संजीव ने कहा यू नीड अ प्लान बी बैकअप चाहिदी हुंदी हर चीज़ दे विच सो नाल दी नाल पढ़ भी सकदे जे कोई न्याणा हुण जिद करे कि मैं तो पढ़ना नहीं मैं आ करना या मैं तो हुण फुटबॉल ही खेली जाना देखो it's very important to the kids out there to have a plan B.
Yeah,
everyone's got a plan B. I've got a plan B. Sanjeev's got a plan B. All the Floyd Mayweather's got a plan B.
100%.
Everybody has got a plan B out there, and it's really important that you do have a plan B. Chase your dreams.
Yeah.
And मैं मापे ਨੂੰ ਇਹੀ ਕਹਾਂਗਾ ਦੇਖੋ be supportive ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ support ਕਰੋ because ਜੇ ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਖੁਸ਼ ਤਾਂ ultimately ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਖੁਸ਼ ਇਹ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਠੀਕ ਆ they have an element of risk to them but they're pretty safe. Yeah. So they're pretty safe. So ਉਹਦੇ ਇਹ ਚੀਜ਼ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਅੱਜ ਕੱਲ they're pretty safe and ਜੋ ਵੀ ਕਰਨਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਝ ਦੇਖੋ ਨਾਲ ਜਾਓ ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਿ ਬੱਚਾ ਕੁਝ ਕਰਦਾ and you don't care about it or you're too busy. Yeah, ਆਪਣੇ ਨਾਲ ਜਾਓ something that you can do together.
Love and support is very important. I'll be honest with my family.
They go to all your fights, right?
Yeah, like in terms of my mum obviously does it, but they're there.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, they're there. They're on the phone.
Yeah.
I speak to my family every day.
Yeah.
All my family, and they advise me. And don't get me wrong, there will be ups and downs. There'll be a lot of downs and a lot of ups. And it's important they're there for the ups, and it's important they're there for the downs, because at the end of the day, they're always there, and they're the people who are always going to love you. So listen to your parents out there at the end of the day, because they're only going to want the best for you. So just try your best, whatever you do.
And I suppose if boxing teaches you discipline, it teaches you respect.
100%.
It teaches you how to respect people, how to respect your parents, respect your opponent.
It's all about respect. At the end of the day, I would like to always be known as a gentleman outside the ring, as a warrior, as a Spartan inside the ring. But at the end of the day, you shake your hands, you respect your opponent, you don't wish him no harm after. At the end of the day, when I'm age 5, I've gone here to do my job. I've always shook my opponent's hands, and I've either, till this day, ex-opponents I've had, I speak to them daily, and they've either come to support me on fights. So that at the end of the day, we're there to do it for the sport. We're not having a street fight.
Yeah.
We're not having a street fight.
It's not a personal dushman.
It's not a personal dushman at all. It's an athlete sport. Every fight, it's a game. It's like football.
Yeah. For 90 minutes, you're against each other, and afterwards, your best mates. Yeah.
And they might be going out and having a drink together.
Yeah, exactly.
Same in the kabaddi, it's everything. So sport is, you meet a lot of people through sports. It's better to be involved maybe in sports than, like you said, in the crime and other things out there. And it's important to advise, especially our Punjabi community, to try and get involved in sports or something that you enjoy, either drama, acting, whatever.
Singing, whatever you do.
Singing, whatever,
push
you
kids.
name it.
Yeah.
So it's important. It's important.
Sanjeev, thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. You're a credit to our community.
Thank
I really
you.
admire what you do, and it's good that you've gone so far and how you have. Wish you the best for the future. And thank you for coming down and brought an important message. And we're proud of you. The main thing is that we're proud someone has got somewhere and is getting somewhere.
You're a role model yourself in your own game, and that's the end of the day. It's about putting 2 and 2 together and just building up. And at the end of the day, it's about the future now.
That's it. So, ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਸ਼ੋਅ ਲਈ ਇੰਨਾ ਹੀ ਸੀਗਾ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਮਿਲੂੰਗਾ Friday this week ਮੈਂ ਕੱਲ ਨੂੰ Birmingham ਚ ਹਾਂ Wednesday I'm in Coventry and then I'm back in Southall so that's my whereabouts this week. Thank you for watching the show and hopefully ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੁਝ ਸਿੱਖਿਆ ਹੋਊਗਾ. I've learnt a lot today so ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਕੁਝ ਨਾ ਕੁਝ ਸਿੱਖਿਆ ਹੋਊਗਾ. ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਮਿਲੂੰਗਾ Friday. In the meantime ਮੇਰੇ ਤੇ ਸੰਜੀਵ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ.
Tired of always running out of data? Don't worry, we've got you covered. With Leica Mobile's UK Plan Ultra, you get a phone-busting 15 gigabytes of data, unlimited UK minutes and texts, and 100 international minutes for just £12 for 30 days. That's a limited-time offer of over 50% off when bought online with a new SIM order. That's big data and big value. Visit leicamobile.co.uk today to see the full offer. Terms and conditions apply.